Hi, this is Pilates at Home with Bori. Welcome to this Christmas flow at the end of the One Day One Movement Pilates Adventskalendar. Now you have this collection of 24 movements that you can always just take and use whenever you need to stretch or strengthen or just move out your body. And as I said in the beginning, I would like to give you this extra one video at the end to show you how to connect all those individual movements into a continuous flow in case you would like to move your body for a bit longer on this specific day. Of course, this is just an example, so feel free to add other movements or skip certain movements, hold some positions longer or shorter, whatever feels right for your body. It's really just an example how to connect certain individual movements into a flow. Okay, I'm not gonna give a lot of cues during this flow because I didn't want the video to be very long, and anyway, all the modifications and instructions and cues are there in the small videos. If you have problem following anything, then feel free to just open that certain day. I'm gonna mark at every point in which movement we are in the moment. So just enjoy this move and have a great Christmas and have a great New Year. Start standing at the back of your mat with your feet hip wide open. With the inhale, lengthen your spine, and with the exhale, bring your chin towards your chest. Stay there, inhale. And with the exhale, roll down one vertebra after the other until you feel the stretch around your shoulder blades. Stay there for the inhale, and with the exhale, keep rolling down until your hands are more or less in front of your knees. Your pelvis is still upright. You're feeling the stretch around your mid-back, your lower back. Inhale, and keep rolling down, holding your core active, pulling your abs inward and upward until your fingers are almost reaching the ground, feeling the stretch at the back of your pelvis, the lowest part of your back. Inhale, and exhale, start rolling up one vertebra after the other until you arrive back to standing. Inhale, and with the next exhale, roll down continuously one vertebra after the other in your own speed. When you arrive into a forward fold, inhale, and with the next exhale, start rolling up again on your own speed. Let your breath flow, one vertebra after the other. When you arrive into standing, inhale again, and with the exhale, chin to the chest, rolling down. Arriving into a forward fold. Inhale again, and then exhale, roll up one more time in your own speed, one vertebra after the other, arriving back into a standing position. With the next inhale, pull your shoulders up towards your ears and then circle them down on the exhale, back and down. Imagine placing your shoulder blades into your back pocket. Circle your shoulders 2 more times. Inhale up and exhale down and back. Inhale up and exhale down and back. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, roll down again one vertebra after the other until you arrive into a forward fold. Keep your knees bent if you need to. Say yes couple times with your head, and then say no couple times with your head. Let your head hang heavy. And then start swinging your upper body gently from left to right, softening the muscles in your back, in your neck. Keep breathing. Then slowly stop and start bending and stretching one knee at a time. Stretching out, warming up the back side of your legs couple times. Then bend both knees and let your upper body rest over your thighs. Stay here for a few rounds of breath. And then with the next exhale, start bending your knees, lowering your hips down towards the ground. And then when you arrive down, release your knees on the ground and sit back on your heels. Interlace your fingers behind your back, and with the inhale, start pushing your hands back towards the wall behind you. Open your chest, open your shoulders, look up, squeeze your shoulder blades together. And on the exhale, lower your forehead towards your mat. Hands are pointing up towards the ceiling. Repeat this 2 more times. With the inhale, roll up, open your chest, and with the exhale, fold forward. Hands come up towards the ceiling. Inhale, roll up, open your chest, push your hands back, and exhale, fold forward, lower your forehead towards the ground, hands come up. Inhale, roll up to seated 1 more time. You can change to a cross-legged seat or just stay on your heels if that feels okay for you. Your hands are still interlaced behind you. Bring them towards the right side. Right elbow points towards the side. Left arm is behind you. And start rolling your head into one direction. Gently and carefully roll a couple times. And then slowly stop and change directions. Roll your head a few times to the other direction. And then next time your right ear comes towards your right shoulder, stay there. Stretch out the left side of your neck. Keep breathing. With the next exhale, turn your chin down towards your right shoulder. Stay in this position for a few rounds of breaths. And with the next exhale, draw a quarter of a circle with your chin coming down towards your chest. With the inhale, lift your head back up. And with the exhale, bring your hands towards the left side. Start drawing circles with your head in this position. Couple times, and slowly stop and change directions. Couple head rolls to the other direction. Keep breathing. And the next time your left ear comes towards your left shoulder, stay there. Stretch out the right side of your neck. And with the next exhale, bring your chin towards your left shoulder. Stay here for a couple more rounds of breaths. And with the next exhale, bring your chin towards your chest. With the inhale, lift your head back up. And with the exhale, release your hands. Interlace your hands in front of you this time and start drawing circles with your wrists in one direction. Warming up the wrists. Keep breathing. Think of lengthening your spine, keep your back straight. And then stop the movement and start drawing a few circles in the other direction as well. Then slowly stop and start drawing waves with your hands. Stretching out the hands, the palms, the wrists, involving the elbows. Couple times, then slowly stop the movement and start drawing waves into the other, more strange direction. It may take some time to get used to this direction, but don't worry about it. Then slowly stop the movement and press your palms forward, stretching out your forearms, your wrists, your palms, your fingers. And with the next inhale, bring your arms up towards the ceiling. Palms are pointing towards the ceiling this time. Stretching out again the wrists, opening the shoulders slightly. Stay here for a few rounds of breaths. And then release your hands and just lower your arms down through the sides. Bring your weight forward, place your hands on the ground in front of you. With the next exhale, stretch one knee at a time, arriving into a plank position. Pull your navel to your spine. Heels are pressing towards the back, top of the head reaching forward. Wrists directly under the shoulders. Hold it for a couple rounds of breaths. And then with the next exhale, start walking your hands towards your feet, arriving into a forward fold. Inhale, just hang. And with the exhale, start rolling up one vertebra after the other, arriving back into a standing position. Find your position. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, transfer your weight to your left foot. Inhale, lift your right knee to hip level, and exhale, place it back down. Repeat 2 more times. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. And one last time. Inhale, lift your knee to hip level and hold. Find your balance. Core active, navel to the spine, find your focus point, and start drawing circles with your right ankle, warming up the ankle. One direction, and then couple times the other direction. Stop the movement, and with the next exhale, release your right foot back down on the ground. Move out your legs if you need to. Then find back your position and transfer your weight to your right foot this time. And with the next inhale, lift your left knee to hip level. And exhale, lower it back down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And one more time. Inhale, lift your knee to hip level. Start drawing circles with your left ankle. Few times one direction, and then couple times to the other direction. Slowly stop the movement, and with the next exhale, release your foot back down on the ground. Find your position. Have your weight equally on both feet this time. Core active. With the next inhale, start transferring your weight forward to your toes so you can lift your heel up. And exhale, lower your heel back down to the ground. Repeat 3 more times, lifting on the inhale and lowering on the exhale. And one last time. Inhale, lift your heels, come up on your toes and just hold. Core active, spine long. Find your focus point. Keep breathing. And then with the next exhale, lower your heels back down on the ground as slowly as you possibly can. Move out your legs, shake them out if you need to. And then find your position. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, chin to chest. Start rolling down one vertebra after the other. On the inhale, walk your hands forward, arriving into a plank position, and with the exhale, place your knees down on the ground. Find your position, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And then start pushing your hips back, moving your weight backwards, then to one side, then towards the front, and the other side. And start circling your upper body like you are drawing circles above your mat. few times, moving out your spine. Make it in a way that it feels good for your body. And after a few rounds, just stop and start drawing circles the other direction. Again, in a way that it feels good for your body. Keep breathing. And just don't worry how it looks. And then slowly stop the movement, find back to neutral or fours position. Back straight, spine long. With the next inhale, start pulling your navel to your spine, start rounding your back, chin comes to your chest, pelvis curling under yourself, arriving into a cat back. On the inhale, start arching your spine one vertebra after the other. Drop your belly. And repeat 2 more times. On the exhale, rounding your spine. And on the inhale, arching your spine, making it into a continuous, fluid, wave-like motion. And then find back into a neutral position with a straight back. Curl your toes under. With the inhale, think of lengthening your spine. With the exhale, active core navel to your spine. Lift your knees up and let them just hover slightly above the floor. Keep breathing. Hold it for a few rounds of breath. And on the next exhale, place your knees down and sit back on your heels with your toes still curled under. Stay here for a few rounds of breath, stretching out your feet. You can slightly move from left to right or just stay still. And then place your hands back on the ground, come back into all fours position. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, navel to your spine, active core. Lift your knees one more time. Hold it for a few rounds of breath. Core active, spine long. Knees are hovering above the ground. On the next exhale, place your knees back down on the ground. Uncurl your toes and sit back on your heels. Shake out your hands if you need to. And then just take a seat on one side of your feet and swing your legs forward and cross them in front of you, coming into a comfortable seated position. With the inhale, lengthen your spine, lift your arms up. And with the exhale, bring your hands behind your head, elbows pointing towards the side. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, bend towards the right. Shoulders stay in one line. Inhale, lift back up, and repeat 2 more times. Exhale, bend. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, back up. And with the next exhale, bend towards the right one more time. On the inhale, stretch your arms. And on the exhale, lower your right arm towards the ground. On the inhale, lift it back up. 2 more times, releasing on the exhale and lifting on the inhale. On the next inhale, come back up to the center, and on the exhale, place your left hand on the ground next to you and bend towards the left, reaching with your right hand towards the left, stretching out the side that was contracting just now. Shoulders on top of each other. Breathe. And with the next inhale, come back up. Lift your arms up towards the ceiling and exhale, bring your hands back behind your head. Inhale, lengthen your spine and exhale, bend towards the left this time. Inhale, back up and repeat 2 more times. Core is active. Side of your abs, the obliques are working. And then stay there, and on the inhale, stretch your arms. On the exhale, lower your left arm towards the ground. Inhale, lift. And repeat 2 more times. Core active, abs are working. And on the next inhale, come back up to the center. And on the exhale, bend towards the right. Right hand comes down on the ground. Left hand reaching towards the right. Stretching out your other side. Stay here for a few rounds of breath. Shoulders on top of each other. And on the next inhale, come back up to the center. And on the exhale, release your arms down. Place your feet on the ground. Place your hands behind your knees. On the next exhale, start rounding your back, navel to your spine, stretching the elbow. Inhale, push your chest forward, open your chest, shoulder blades come together. And exhale, find back to a straight back with your feet on the ground. Arms reaching forward. On the exhale, navel to your spine, tilt your pelvis, start rolling down over your sacrum until your lower back. On the inhale, try lengthening your spine, opening your shoulders, opening your chest. On the exhale, lift your right leg up, core active, navel to your spine. Inhale, place it back down. Exhale, lift your left leg. Inhale, place it back down. Next exhale, lift your right leg again. On the inhale, lift your left leg next to your right leg. On the exhale, place your right foot back down on the ground. And on the inhale, place your left foot back down on the ground. On the next exhale, start with your left leg. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, left foot comes down. And inhale, right foot comes down. On the exhale, lift your right leg up again. On the inhale, lift your left leg next to it. And just stay here and hold. Arms either reaching forward or grabbing under your knees. Core is really working. Find your balance. Keep your chest open. Spine is long. Keep breathing. And then start rounding your spine, rolling down on the ground, one vertebra after the other, arriving to a lying position on your back. Place your feet on the ground, just in front of you, so you can almost reach your heels with your fingertips. On the next exhale, press your lower back into the ground. Imprint. On the inhale, release, arch your lower back. And just repeat this tiny, almost invisible movement a few times. And the next time on the exhale, when you press your lower back down on the ground, continue curling your pelvis and start rolling up into a bridge position. And on the inhale, start rolling down one vertebra after the other, reaching the ground. Repeat 2 more times. The exhale, start lifting your hips, roll up into a bridge. And on the inhale, roll back down on the ground. 1 more time. And one last time on the exhale, roll up into a bridge. And now stay there and just hold. Core active, glutes squeezing together. Keep breathing. And on the next inhale, start rolling your spine back down on the ground, one vertebra after the other. Pull your knees to your chest, stretch out your lower back, and then place your hands behind your knees, roll up into a seated position. And then cross your legs and roll over your knees, arriving into an all-fours position. Find your position. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And on the exhale, stretch your right leg back and lift it up. On the next inhale, lift your left arm and reach it forward. And just hold this position for a couple rounds of breaths. Navel to the spine, core active. Find your balance. And on the next exhale, place your hand and knee back down on the ground. Sit back into a child's pose if you need to. Then come back to all fours position. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and on the next exhale, stretch and lift your left leg this time. And on the inhale, reach your right arm forward. Pull your navel to your spine, core active, find your balance, and just hold this position for another couple rounds of breaths. On the next exhale, place your knee and hand back down on the ground and sit back into a child's pose. Take a moment of rest, then roll up into a seated position on your heels, shake out your hands, do a couple shoulder rolls if you need to, or head rolls, whatever feels good for you. And then when you are done, come back into an all-fours position, and on the exhale, stretch one knee at a time, coming into a plank pose. On the next exhale, come down on your elbows. Your elbows are directly under your shoulders. Spine is long, core active, navel to your spine. And on the next exhale, start lowering your right hip towards the ground. Inhale back to the center. And exhale, lower your left hip towards the ground. Inhale back to the center. And repeat 3 more times in each direction. Or you can make it faster by lowering one hip on the exhale and lowering the other on the inhale. After repeating a couple times, stop in the middle, place your knees down and release yourself onto your belly. Hands are under your shoulders, core active, pull your navel to your spine like there is an ice cube under your belly button that you don't want to touch. And on the next inhale, think of that little ball in front of your nose that you want to push forward. Start lifting your head, your shoulders and your chest into a cobra position. Shoulder blades squeezing together, your chest reaching forward in between your shoulders. Exhale, lower yourself back down. And repeat 2 more times, always starting with pushing that small ball that's in front of your nose. Lift yourself up into a cobra one more time and now hold it. And then try lifting your hands for a moment. Back muscles working, placing your hands back down and repeating 2 more times, lifting your hands for a moment and place it back down. Hold this cobra pose for one more inhale and on the exhale, release yourself back down on the ground. Reach back with your hands and place your right ear on the ground. Bend your right knee, reach back with your right hand, grab your foot and start pulling your right foot towards your right glutes. Stretching out the front side of your right thigh, your quads. Stay here for a few rounds of breaths. And then slowly release your foot back down on the ground. Bend your left knee, reach back with your left hand, grab your left foot and start pulling your left foot towards your left glute this time. Stretching the quads on your other leg, on your left leg. Turn your head to the other side, lowering your left ear on the ground. And stay for another couple rounds of breaths. Slowly release your foot and place it back down on the ground. Place your hands under your shoulders, press into the mat, press yourself up and sit back into a child's pose, rounding your spine after this big arch. Stay for a few rounds of breaths. Enjoy the stretching sensation in your lower back. Then slowly roll up into a seated position on your heels. Take a seat on one side of your feet and swing your legs forward. Connect the soles of your feet in front of you into a diamond shape or butterfly. Move your knees softly up and down a few times to release your hips. Grab your feet with your hands. On the inhale, try lengthening your spine, and on the exhale, fold forward, lowering your forehead towards your feet. And just stay in this stretch for a couple rounds of breaths, opening your hips, and maybe also feeling the stretch in your lower back. Roll your upper body back up and stretch your legs forward in front of you. Keep your knees bent as much as you need to be able to keep your back straight, sitting equally on each sit bones. Inhale, lift your arms, lengthen your spine, reach up, and exhale, fold forward from your hips. Keep your knees bent as much as you need to and just release your hands wherever they fall. And stay in this stretch, stretching out the back side of your legs, your back, the whole back side of the body. With every inhale, think of lengthening your spine, and with every exhale, just release yourself towards your legs. And then slowly roll back up into a seated position. Start rolling down, pulling your navel to your spine, one vertebra after the other, reaching the ground, arriving into a lying position on your back. Pull your knees to your chest, and then place your right ankle over your left knee, flexing your right foot. Reach forward with your arms, grabbing your left leg, and start gently pulling your leg towards you while pressing your right knee forward. Stay for a few rounds of breaths, stretching out the right side of your glutes, the outer side of your hip. And then release your legs, place your left ankle on your right knee this time, and start pulling your right leg towards you, keeping your left knee away from you. Stay another couple rounds of breaths, stretching out the left side of your glutes, the left outer side of your hips. And then release your legs and pull both knees towards your chest. Stretch your arms to the side on shoulder height and start lowering both knees towards the right, arriving into a twisted position. And just stay here. With the inhale, think of expanding your left side. And with the exhale, just release yourself to the ground, enjoying the stretch. Enjoying the twist. And bring your knees back towards the center and then lower them towards the left, stretching out the right side. Inhale, expanding it, and exhale, releasing yourself towards the ground, enjoying the twist to the other direction. Bring your knees back towards the center and just place your arms around your knees, giving yourself a big hug, and just rest into this position for a few rounds of breaths. You can stay still or move from side to side or rolling around, drawing circles over your lower back, giving yourself a small massage. And then roll over to one side. With the help of your hands, press yourself up into a seated position. Cross your legs, With the inhale, lift your arms, lengthen your spine, and with the exhale, lower your arms back down. And one more big inhale, lift your arms, reaching towards the ceiling, and exhale, lower them back down. And thank you for joining me for this Christmas flow, and have a very happy new year.